Hello everybody, I Nayanika Mohapatra welcome you to this panel discussion. Previously, we had an interview with Dr. Sukant Mohapatra, Founder Chairman NIST on the topic Role of Privatized Higher Education in Nation Building. It was very interesting and insightful. Today's discussion is on Tech Empowered India in Tomorrow's World, Technology, Technocrats and Scopes. We have with us today Dr. Bhanu Prasad Behera, Placement Coordinator, Dr. Sandipan Mallick, Research and Development Coordinator, Professor Nilesh Dalai, Internship and Training Coordinator, and Professor L Narayana, Admission Coordinator. It is 2021. The last three industrial revolutions have changed our lives in an unprecedented manner. The world today is experiencing Industry 4.0. We are at the midst of it. You open YouTube, it already knows what you want to watch. You go jogging, the music app knows you would like to listen to songs with beats. You get a trimming, pay the barber with PhonePe, and Amazon sends you an offer on trimmer. Technology has become so mainstream, so naturalized. Manufacturers can get a report on whether I like a TV I bought, a sofa I purchased, a car I hired. They can improve their design, their deal based on my likings, which I never expressly told them. But they know. Look how it works. And you find cloud, Internet of Things, machine intelligence, artificial intelligence, quantum computing, big data, data science, preemptive computing, and whatnot. There is a barrage of technology that accesses us and has swarmed us. We are learning to cope up with tech excesses. At the same time, we are also getting hit by the consequences. Climate change, attrition and layoffs, shifting job destinations, changing production landscapes, etc. But, like it is said, every problem has a solution. Those challenges are waiting for the current generation to arrive on the scene and set things out. I have with me people who train the current generation to do that. So, the first insight is from you, Dr. Bhanu. What is that industrial revolution buzzing everywhere? Is it something that only the industry needs to care about? Or does it affect the general public as well?
Thank you, Nayanika madam. This is a very latest question and I would like to answer it. Let me tell about the industrial revolution. The first industrial revolution used water and steam power to mechanize the products and do the production. Then the second industrial revolution used electric power to create mass production. Then came the third one. The third one used electronics and information technology to automate the production system. Now, we are into the Industrial Revolution 4.0 and this is based on the third revolution, but it is using the digital revolution and building on the third industrial revolution. Then let me tell about the fourth industrial revolution. It is evolving at an exponential rate and it is rather not in the linear pace. So, it is disrupting almost all kinds of industries and let me give some examples of those industries that are being affected with this revolution. Like we have emerging technologies that is AI, artificial intelligence, then ML, machine learning, then IoT, Internet of Things, then we have autonomous vehicles, then 3D printing, then nanotechnology, biotechnology and biometrics. Then the last but not the least is the quantum computing. So, these are the buzzing technologies in Industry 4.0. Okay, in addition to that, let me speak about the impact of Industry 4.0 on the job market. So, due to this Industry 4.0 emerging technologies, the job market will be mostly segregated into low skill, low pay and high skill, high pay kind of jobs. And this may in future lead to social tension among people. So, that is a big impact the Industry 4.0 is going to have on the society. And let me speak about the impact on people. So, Industry 4.0 is going to have impact on everybody. Like we'll be having direct impact due to this Industry 4.0. For example, nowadays we spend most of our time with our mobile phones. Earlier we never used to do that. So that actually is impacting our day-to-day operational activities, and we are lessening our conversation with our colleagues, friends or family. So that may lead to our society, and it may lead to some kind of distance among people, and this may have a greater impact in the long run. So this is what is going to happen in the society, and that's what from my side.
So, there is universal agreement that the market dynamics are changing, jobs are changing, skill requirements are changing. Is it like automation is taking away jobs, or is the story any different?
Yeah, actually I also agree with your question, and it's definitely going to happen in future, and automation is definitely going to take away some job. So the experts have analyzed that in 10 to 15 years, around 40% of the jobs will be taken away by the robots. Okay, so let me give you some examples of jobs that may be taken away by robots or artificial intelligence, like data entry operator jobs, then receptionist jobs, then doctors. Next we have manufacturing industries, most jobs, then proofreading jobs, courier services, so retail services. So these are some kind of jobs which may be taken over by robots. And another example I can give, chatbots. Chatbots may reduce the manager's day-to-day load by almost 40 to 50%. So that helps to reduce the load of the manager, and he may utilize that time for some other work. And let me also give you some examples of jobs which may not be taken over by robots or artificial intelligence. Like we have HR manager's job, which requires human touch. So that cannot be done by robots. So those kind of jobs will never be taken over by robots. Next we have scientists. So robots cannot do independent research activities. So definitely that will be intact. Next we have software developers. So it is a very cumbersome kind of work. So that cannot be taken over. Then public relation manager. Then we have project manager. So these are certain jobs which will be there even if we have Industry 4.0. So that's what from my perspective, what I understand.
Thank you, Dr. Bhanu. Let's have a look at what TIFAC, Niti Aayog, McKinsey, Deloitte, Ericsson, etc. are saying about the technology outlook for the next 5 years. AI optimized manufacturing, carbon neutrality in energy production, carbon sequestration, quantum computing for automotive to oncology, Internet of Things, 5G, targeted drug delivery, nanorobots in healthcare, clinical decision making, robotic construction, surface modifications, robotic agriculture and aquaculture, food technology are the domains that will attract focus on the industry. Now, to succeed in these domains, we require a very pragmatic change in our approach to the way we develop technology and the way we are ready to groom the future scientists and technologists. Are we equipped to do that? Are our students ready to rise to the need of the hour?
Yeah, thank you for the question. Yes, in order to cope up with these emerging technologies, we are also preparing our students. So recently we have already started the training on AI, ML, IoT, cyber security, and we are planning to start training on Salesforce. Then we have 3D printing, and we have AR, VR. Next, we are planning to go for robotic process automation and blockchain, natural language processing, and biometrics, etc. So we are in the verge of creating syllabus for these technologies, and will very soon launch the program.
Professor Nilesh, let me bring it to you. We agree on the fact that skills of the last decade will be gradually replaced with the skill of the next generation. What should be the preparedness of tech institute like ours, and what is our preparedness specifically?
Thank you, madam. Actually, the students who are joining various departments, now we are enrolling them with various courses like ATTP courses, that is Advanced Technical Training courses. So, for the mechanical department, we are providing NDT, non-destructive testing, CNC programming, then HVAC, and other some courses. So, it is not only for the mechanical department as well as some CSE department also having that is in IoT, AI, ML, and all the things are there. Apart from that, what are the needs of the industries? According to that industry needs, the students are going for the internship. So already we have some MOUs with the NHI and another some industries also. So some students are going for IRL Limited, and apart from that, core branches, some other software branches are also going for the internship. So in this way, we are enhancing their technical levels as well as these levels are helping them to enroll in the job fields. And coming to some of the academics or coming to some of the academics, there is a lot of academical like the Cisco's Network Academy is there, then AWS Academy, Red Hat Academy and Microchip Academy are associated with our organization, so that the students will be directly enrolled to their courses, and from there they have enhanced their properties. So coming to the next point, we are also associated with IIRS, that is Indian Institute for Remote Sensing. The students from the EC, CS and electrical department will directly enroll with them IIRS and ISRO, so that they can know what is the ISRO is working and which background they are working and what is the remote sensing areas. So in this way we are enhancing and we are preparing our students for the next future.
Thank you, Professor Nilesh. So we are ready with the intent and expertise to train the students. Now, the onus lies on the students to grab the opportunity and take the first mover's advantage. Moving on, we take a revising note of what industry leaders have to say. They emphasize on zero-touch healthcare, everywhere office, remote learning, robotized retail, etc. Add to it paradigm shifts in material science to harness solar energy, battery technology, etc. As we see, there are not only limited to stack development or technology integration, but they need fundamental research as well. What is our take on research and product development? I invite you, Dr. Sandipan, to share your views as the research coordinator at NIST.
Thank you, Ms. Nayanika. Right now it's very important for our students to involve in different kind of practical or hands-on activities to get some good jobs in industries. So nowadays that study or academic is not like book and pen and paper based. So hands-on is very important in today's generation students. So for that, our faculties of our institute have different kind of research and development projects, R&D projects, and which is related to basically consultancy grants are also there. Regular basis faculties are getting such kind of grants. So it's a very good opportunities for students to get some in-house internships to enhance their technical skills through those in-house internship opportunities. So apart from that, we have RA positions for students where those students will be associated with or working under any kind of particular faculties in R&D activities. And we have some employment-oriented summer courses, ATTP courses, which will be helpful for students to enhance their skills. And we force our students second years onward to start some hands-on projects, to start their BTech project, so that at the end, they can convert their BTech projects into some, fruitful ways, most fruitful ways. Apart from that, we have we generally funding. We have some funding for our BTech project. Students can take up to 20,000 per project to purchase different kind of components and all these things. So as an outcome for all these things, so basically at the end, students are, going for some entrepreneurship program, they are actually getting some, winning some hackathons. Actually, our students won hackathons in 2018, 19 and 20 also. So, apart from those activities, we are encouraging our students to go for the publications of some research articles, patents, conference and all these things. We have some special training. We give some special training to students on some GRE, TOEFL and IELTS exam as well as GATE exams also. And each and every year, plenty of students is going for higher studies in foreign universities, especially for MS and PhDs, also for MTech programs, and in different countries like Australia, US, Taiwan, and Italy, all these countries from each and every branches. And after completion of their MS and PhD degree, so they are getting various jobs in foreign countries as well as India also. They both have the academic as well as the research line open for them for future. So that's we have a MOU with different kind of institutes and research institutes in India and outside India also. It will basically help students to grow themselves in the field of research and development.
Thank you, Dr. Sandipan. We are at a stage in the discussion where we have understood the market outlook in the next 5 years, got a basic understanding of how the required research and product development will be done, and who will do that and how the required manpower will be sourced. Now, I come to Professor L Narayana to get his opinion on how to select a career track. Maybe you can share it from the perspective of a student or a parent.
Thank you, Nayanika. There are different levels of students. We receive plus 2 diploma, graduates and postgraduate students. Their expected career objectives are different. Hence, their priorities are different. The graduates have a slightly better idea about what and how to choose. For example, the technical graduates, they can choose for the MTech and PhD courses, and BSc, BCA and BCom graduates, they can choose for the MBA or MCA courses. But the plus 2 levels are at a different, so they are a little bit confused what they will choose. So the plus 2 students have in the career options, so they can choose the courses in engineering and graduate level science and commerce courses. So here I will stress upon one thing, simple thing here. Why do we get education? The answer is first personal level. So personal level, it is for what? Earn and survive. And the second level, it is for professional. For the professional level, so I should excel in one particular field. So that is very important. So for that purpose, you require a depth knowledge in one particular subject. And for the community level, so what we are contributing for the community. So that is the third level, so community level. So for these 3 things, we should strong in our abilities. So while choosing, one should go with interest and strength. So look at what will be the market scenario when you hit the market. If you look at only at the present, you will be in a trouble. We must look at the present and for the future direction. Suppose you are choosing your graduation in the year 2021, so we should expect what is the market scenario for the 24 or 25. So it's a 3 years course, so you should look for the 24, what is the expectation, and for the 4-year course, you have to look for the what is the expectation for the 25. So based upon that, you have to choose the course. And again, it depends upon your what? Skills. So whether we are going for the what, in the which direction you are going to choose it. There are almost all domains. Only condition is that you should have a required skills in you. The companies have a research, the companies have a vacancies, research institutes are looking up for researchers, but we need properly skilled people. Degrees are the same, but the quality of degree matters. That is why it is important to go an institute which can train you and give you the exposure and experience. So here the choosing the branch is very important. So what branch you are choosing it? So here instead of choosing in a particular branch, so if you have to choose a branch in such a way so that you will get the more wide variety of job options. So that is very important. So like that you have to choose your branch, and that's all.
As we've come to the end of the discussion, we got to know a lot many things from people. From the placement coordinator, we got to know that the job market in the future is going to be segregated into two major sectors: low skill, low paying jobs, and high skill, high paying jobs. So the students need to cope themselves for this requirement. From the research coordinator and from the training and internship coordinator, we got to know that only academics is not sufficient. We also need to have hands-on experience in the fields of research and training. We've got to train ourselves properly so that we get the dream jobs. And from the admission coordinator, we also got to know that how we are going to choose perfect careers, the right way to choose the right career for us so that we land up in our dream jobs and in our dream companies. They also have to be trained and they also can go for higher studies and research. But for that, they need to have specific training in professional and in academic spheres also. And what we got to learn from Professor L Narayana is for all these to happen, they have to make the right career choices so that they can land up in their dream jobs and dream companies. That's all for today. All the best, guys.